Hi, y'all. This is Charity from F.R.O.G Crochet, and our devotion is Remade. After you have suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who imparts his blessing and favor, who called you to his own eternal glory in Christ, will himself complete, confirm, strengthen, and establish you, making you what you ought to be. 1 Peter 5:10. Life can be difficult, but even though you may experience some suffering now and then, you are not to lose hope. Instead, remember that the Lord of all creation, the one who fashioned you for a special purpose that only you can live out, may allow some trouble to come your way so that you become the woman he created you to be. It's true, God will use those difficulties to strengthen you, to transform you into the precious daughter he already considers you to be. When God saw Gideon cowering in a corner, he addressed him as a mighty warrior. How could this man be hiding? The one whose family was the weakest in his tribe and who was the youngest in his family be a warrior. By going in the strength he had, knowing God was with him. Judges 6 through verses 11 through 14. So, woman of God, go in the strength you have. Be the woman the Lord already knows you are, and do so without fear, knowing he goes with you. And our prayer is, thank you, Lord, for making me complete in your eyes. And for our prayer jar inspiration, God makes me in his strength and presence. Alrighty, that's our devotion today. I know it's been a while and I left my phone somewhere, so I don't know. Hopefully, which I can see the chat if anybody comes up, but I know it's been a long while since I've been on. But I will show you some of the things I completed. I did get a diamond painting done for my husband. I had started a larger one than this for him in a Lord of the Rings, but it was so big it wouldn't fit on this little table that I have. So I pulled out the small one to work on, and I did get it finished. And here it is. I just got to roll it and put the sealer stuff on. I had got that for his birthday last year in July, and it ended up coming late past his birthday, so I finally finished this. Like I said, I got it at a standstill on the other one. I might try to pull it and work on it on this. It is a lot bigger than what will fit on this table, but oh well. Maybe I'll just have to just move it to work on it. What are you doing? No, not right now. No. 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 You got sick. Now, back to bed. You got the Powerade. I'm sorry, but you were sick. I am live. Alright. I did get the gnomes done for January. I will go ahead. Well, I guess today is the last day of January, so whoops. There we go. There's our strawberry gnome. That's the tall one. We'll turn his. There we go. There we go. Maybe. No. All right. There. All right. I think it turned out like the picture. And then the little strawberry goes with this little guy. I got that little nummy done. And the little flowers. And, alright, so those are done. Those are for January. And I have worked on the big blanket as well. Let's see. I think I did part 4 last time I showed this. And I finished part 5. I'm trying to find my stitch markers. There they are. Alright. That was part 3. That was where I ended part 5. Right there. All of this ended part 3. These little points. And then part 4 was all of this in between. And these few rows right here. And part 5 is the off-white here up to that. Well, I didn't sew my tails in yet. But, so, that was part 3. This up here was part 4. Oh, come on. That was part 4. And all of right through here is part 5. Yeah, Miss Kitty helped me measure this thing. It is humongous. We measured it was 5 foot and 3 inches in diameter. So this thing is taller than me. Hi, Nifty. Welcome in. So this thing is huge. Now the next part after this, it won't be round anymore. It'll be starting to from what the picture shows of the next video, I'll be starting the corners of this. So this is this part 5 complete, 1 through 5 completed of 9 parts for this. And I think it was 109 rounds of this. And I'm on like 70 something on that. So the next part will be putting the corners on. And then I guess going around making it a square blanket. But because I loved this one, how it turned out. And I also was running out of the burgundy. And Ollie's had some yarn. And the only colors they had was actually the burgundy I'm using and a really light blue. And this is the jumbo ones. So it's, what was it? 744 yards, and I got it for $4.99 at Ollie's. Plus, I think, I had a 15% off coupon too. This is Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. Claret. Claret. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's the colorway up there. But that's what I'm using in this blanket. Actually, I had a bunch of these that was the smaller skeins, the regular size Red Heart, not the jumbos. When I first started this, I thought I would have enough. I've got a small little ball of it wound up in there, and one that's attached to a project that I'll have to frog to put on this, because that I had gotten, I'd gotten it at a Goodwill, and it was in a like one of those bed set kit things where you get the comforter, the whole complete bed set, the comforter, the sheets, and all that. It was in one of those big plastic zipper things, and they had it for, my hair's wanting to do weird things here. Anyway, they had it for, what was it, $15.99 for that whole bag of yarn, and it had a lot of this burgundy color in it. And I had the white, and then another bag had the off-white and the Caron. There was a partial of it, and then there was a full skein of the Caron 1 pound in an off-white. And then the cream color is Joann's Value Plus yarn that it claims to be more than a pound, and it's like, what was it, 1,000 yards, so 1,093 yards is what I'm using in this darker cream color. So, but anyway, when I get it done, it's going to go to Campers Care for one of their projects. Right now, I think they're going to be starting to do is they're holding off on doing the cabins. They're actually helping restore some of the houses out there that are fixable now. So they're going to try to get some of those families back in their houses. So they're going to be doing that. So, but anyway, since I loved this pattern so much, I'm loving how it's turning out, I actually wanted to do one for myself in different colors. So we went to Joann's. Well, Joann's had some of their yarn in. Yeah, it's the Big Twist Value Pound Plus is what the cream color is. And Miss Kitty helped me pick some of these out. I told her, I said, I definitely wanted like brown and teal in it. And I said, well, I was thinking like white, maybe a cream color, and then go to brown and then the teal. But she helped me, and we went with ivory, which is, like an off-white. But this is what they call their, kind of like their Pound of Love, Lion Brand's Pound of Love. This is the Big Twist, Joann's brand. This one is ivory. Like I said, it's 1,093 yards. And then, we did light gray. So we got cream or ivory and a light gray. To me, it almost looks like a khaki. Even in the store, it looked kind of a khaki color, not really a gray. Then we got toffee. And this one's toffee color. Not coffee, toffee. Toffe. And this is actually teal. So, and she held all the colors together. I'm going to try this. See if I can't get them together. There we go. There's all the colors together. And I'm going to put that, I'm going to do that blanket in these colors. And I hope it turns out the way I hope it's going to. This is turning out really pretty so far. I'm loving how the burgundy and the off-white's turning out. But anyway, and Nifty, I'm going to go ahead and show you since you're here. I did go ahead and show these already, but I don't think you saw them. I did get my gnomes done for January. I did do a little short. I put up a short video of this. There's the big one. And there's the strawberry. Got the little seeds. And then there's, and he's got his little strawberry too. So I got my January gnomes done. Yeah, it did help with, and that's what we did at the store was our Miss Kitty was holding them together for me. And I think I had the ivory and the cream and then the brown and the teal, and I was like, I don't know. And then we had the white. I think we had white cream and then the brown. I don't. We tried different combinations, and she helped me settle with this. So, and she's usually my helper with picking out colors of what goes together, unless it's just like a scrap type thing that I'm just, I don't care. I'm just putting whatever together. And, this is my leftover yarns and this is going to go on this blanket type thing. So, but usually if I need help with putting colors together, I get her. I'm like, hey, I think this looks okay together. What do you think? And sometimes she's like, no. Or, hey, yeah, that looks good, So she's honest with me, and I like that. She's not afraid to tell me no if it don't look good. No. And that's what I like too, is that she is honest with me. Actually, this lady here, she shows you how to do the stitches. She does have where you can download. Sorry, my nose is itching. She does have it where you can download the pattern and follow along that way. But I've just been following her tutorial, and she shows you how to do each one of these stitches. So it's really easy to follow along with her. And I'm learning new stitches as I go with her too. And I love how, especially this one has so much texture to it that I showed it to my husband and he's like, wow, that thing's really busy. I was like, yeah, that's kind of why I'm glad I stuck with just these 4 colors, because I can't imagine what this would look like. I mean, the lady that put this out, she does it in like all kinds of different colors, and it looks pretty too. But it definitely is busy. And if I had used all the different colors she had, I think it would make it look a lot busier than what it is. So I'm making a blanket too. Whoops. Oh, come on, Chromebook, with that. Popped up a notification, sorry. Says I'm making a blanket too, but it's not a masterpiece. Your blanket is well, thank you. Actually, well, I'm donating it. It's not. I guess you could say it's a gift. I'm gonna be donating it to Campers Care. They are in North Carolina, out at Swannanoa, where the flooding was from Hurricane Helene. And he has been building little cabins for people and that lost their homes. And he's also been getting them, like the Bear families, he's been getting them RVs to live in and stuff like that, so they have some place to live, because it's been really, really cold out there. But because their demand of the cabins has slowed down, he's stopped doing those, and currently he's moved to a different location. And he's also he's still in Swannanoa, North Carolina, but he's in a different location, a little easier to get in and out of, because of all the snow and stuff that they had out there. The roads were a little bit hard to get in and out of. But anyway, when I get this done, it'll go to them. I don't know when I'll get it done. I'm working on another blanket currently as well. So I work on this one a little bit. I get like one of the parts done. Then I go work on this other blanket that somebody's asked me to make for them. And then when, just to keep my brain, I get bored easy. So that's why I like these, because this lady here keeps you changing on your pattern. But the other blanket is a repeat over and over and over. The only sequence is I get to change some colors around a little bit. But anyway, so I get bored with that one easy. But this one keeps me on my toes. But I try to just get one part of it done, and then I'll work on something else. But I did get my gnomes done. I actually got them done early. And I've already started on the February gnomes. But yes, let's see. I think I see. Yes, I can hold this up again. All right. This. All right. From down here where it starts the tan right here, up through here is what I worked on. That was part 5. From this section here up through here. Part 4 was these 3 rows. I think might be 3. I don't know. This is like 3 or 4 rows here. And then all of this where it goes to the V shape here. That was part 4. And then I don't know from here down really, but from the center of this to this point here where these points are, this was part 1 through 3. But it's called Sacred Space blanket, and it is on the channel called Crystals and Crochet. The lady that puts this videos out, her name is Helen, and she is in the UK, but she does do her tutorials in English version, not the UK version. So she says double and single, that's actually the US terms. But she does also have these patterns written. She has somebody else helping her out that she does have some of the patterns written in other languages if you need it printed out that way. Well, thank you. Yes, I do think so too. Like I said, I had some white. I had the off-white, and then I bought the cream. And I intentionally bought that cream color to go with this, because I wanted to do kind of like I was telling my sister-in-law, I kind of wanted the white and the cream colors to do like an ombre effect almost. And just go back and forth with those, and then put this burgundy in the middle. And I thought I had enough of the burgundy, but I'm running out very quickly. And I got 4 more parts to go. So that's why I bought this other. And I always can use this burgundy for something else if I don't need it to add on here. But I think I am going to, because I only got a partial left. And that one was a brand new one when I started this. And I only had, let's see, 2 rows here of burgundy and 3 rows of burgundy up here. And the rest of it was on part 5 was just, mostly the off-white white. So, just doing 5 rows of the burgundy, because it's gotten so big, it used up almost a whole skein. I think I did have a partial, but it didn't go very far. So anyway, so that's why I was a little worried about running out, because I've just got like this little ball that somebody's already wound up in there, and then there's one skein that's attached to a project that I'm going to have to frog, because I said I bought that bag of yarn from Goodwill, and it has other stuff in it too, but I was telling Miss Kitty the other day, I grabbed the purple and I got to looking. I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't the color I need. Grabbed that project. I'm like, yeah, no, that's purple. Let's put this in this bag over here. This is what I need. So this here is a very purpley burgundy color. I'd say more like a wine, more close to like a wine color. That's what I would have named it. Was really would have been wine, because it's very close to like a purpley red wine color, really. But oh well, I don't get to choose the color names, so. But yeah, I'm hoping that I think that those 4 colors will make it turn out okay for this. And I told her I'm gonna change colors when she says to change colors, but I'm gonna probably do it in order. Was I'll probably start with the ivory, do the light gray, then when she wants me to change over to the brown and then do the teal, and then go back to in that order again. Once I get done with the teal and she says change, then go back to ivory, and then the gray, then back to brown, and then teal again. And because it'll make a difference here, because this is supposed to be like a flower. And like this is supposed to be the stem and the leaves of the flower, and then the center of it, and then this is supposed to be the top of the flower. But because of the way it's done in the colors that I'm doing, it just looks like this big ball right there. It doesn't really have that flower effect look to it. So I'm hoping when I do those, it'll turn out the way I need it to turn out. Cross fingers. But we'll see. If I don't work on my husband's Lord of the Rings, his other one, and that thing is huge. I mean, humongous. It's if I complete that one, that'll be my biggest project of diamond painting I've ever done. I don't know really off the top of my head what size it is, but Jackie from Handcrafted, I can't remember her channel name right now. I think Handcrafted something by Jackie. But she was doing one of these from Hobby Lobby, the little hummingbird. That's the full picture. And it just reminded me of my grandmother. She absolutely loved hummingbirds. And she, so much so that she had a hummingbird feeder hanging off her front porch right out the door where she could see it. And then she had one on her back porch where she could sit at her kitchen table drinking coffee in the morning or eating lunch, dinner, whatever, and she could look out her back door and see them at the bird feeder. She specifically had the door open and had my mom out there hanging it in specific spots. If she couldn't see it and mom had put it up, she made her move it so she could actually see that hummingbird feeder where she was sitting at her spot at the kitchen table, and then her spot in the living room. She had to have those hummingbird feeders where she could see them. Uh, and when she couldn't fill them up herself, when they were empty, she let mom know, and mom would fill them up and get them fixed up for her. But they had to be where she could see those birds during the day. So she absolutely loved to watch those little birds out the window. So that just, so I wanted to do that and hang that up somewhere as a reminder of my grandmother, because she loved watching the little hummingbirds. So anyway, I see we've got some more that came in. Hi, welcome in, whoever y'all are lurking. I know one of them ain't me because my phone is somewhere. I know one is Miss Kitty. Oh, I guess they'd left. They didn't want to talk. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. We've also been, there's been days that I've told Miss Kitty, it's like, I really need to get on and do a video. And then later I'm like, nah, I just don't feel like it. I don't know. I've just gotten in this funk that I just didn't want to. So, but some of it too was at the beginning of this month. My husband's cousin passed away, and so we were dealing with that. And then just recently, Miss Kitty, a little over a week ago, had her wisdom teeth taken out. So I had to go take her for that. And she's not really felt like moderating, so I didn't put her through that. So because right now, she's my only moderator. But anyway, so that's part of it too, because yes, I do have other moderators, but she usually is my one and only that I can actually, because I don't schedule my lives. I just, whenever I feel like it, I get on here. So she's usually my one and steady. Yes, I know she will be here for my live. So if she ain't feeling up to it, then I don't make her, do it. And I have done some lives in the past without her being a moderator. But I have had other people show up, which usually is later in the day. And right now we're getting close to where some of these kids are going to be coming home from school and is going to be on here. So is that Niecy? Hi, Niecy. Welcome in. And actually, I wouldn't have been on here this early, really, because I really had planned on going to town today, paying the cell phone bill, and getting some groceries and try to get back in time to get little man off the bus. I went to town, forgot my wallet, had to turn back around and come back home and get my wallet. Miss Kitty was done with her schoolwork, and I kind of bribed her in going with me because we had a new restaurant open up that we had tried when we went to Danville. What was it? on my birthday. Hi, Michelle. Welcome in. We went on my birthday, me and her, my husband let us go to Danville, and we tried Zaxby's for the first time. And actually, the town that I usually do grocery shopping in, well, one of the towns I usually do grocery shopping in, is that they got a Zaxby's in, and it just opened up recently, and she wanted to go. So anyway, she so she rode with me to go with that, for that. And we were sitting at a stoplight, and we were almost at the cell phone place. Got a phone call from the nurse. Hey, Calvin isn't feeling good. He got sick today. I'm like, oh, great. So I said, look, I have got to get this cell phone bill paid. I'm going to go do that first. Then I'll come pick him up. So went, paid the cell phone. Me and Miss Kitty were like, we are starving. Neither one of us. She had yogurt for breakfast. It's not much. I had 2 cups of coffee. That was it. I was hungry. So we went and got our lunch, and then we went and picked him up from school. So grocery shopping did not get done. So I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. Hopefully he will be feeling better. Yes, he did come down just a few minutes ago, but I don't even know. You've not been. He wanted a snack. And I was like, no, you came home early from school, not feeling good. You were too sick to stay to school. No snack. So, but I'm hoping that it was just an issue of that one of the kids at school just grossed him out and he couldn't handle it, and that it is not the stomach bug. I'm praying that that's what that was. But because of the rules of the school, I had to go get him. So, because he was not running a fever. But anyway. So, but I said Miss Kitty is feeling better. She's still having to eat soft foods. So what we did was I ate the chicken, she ate the French fries, and she ate the dessert because they had a dessert thing that she really wanted, and so it was a little awkward to eat, but I made it work. Yeah, she's trying her best not to use her back teeth. She just either puts it in her mouth, holds it there, let it get soft, and then smashes it with her tongue and stuff. But because she don't. Front teeth if I have to. Yeah, she just finished. But yesterday you just finished the antibiotics. Yep. Yeah, yesterday she finished the last of her antibiotics, and she's been doing the mouthwash like she's supposed to, and keeping it irrigated and stuff to not have anything down in there where the stitches are and stuff. So we're still sticking with the soft foods for a little while, and I'm surprised she hasn't ate as much of the ice cream as what I thought she was going to. But I guess because it's been so cold here lately, she hasn't wanted the ice cream. Me, I would have said, I don't care. I want ice cream. Because, hey, why not? Having your wisdom teeth taken out, best excuse ever to have ice cream, right? Yeah, but it has been cold, and also the antibiotics and medicines, having to take those, and it kind of made me lose appetite. But apparently they have changed some of the rules over the years with this, because, of course, I think, the 90s, whenever I had mine taken out, They have told her no straws, no drinking out of straws. I had mine taken out. They didn't care. I I survived on milkshakes for a week when I had mine taken out.
I may or may not have broken the no straw rule today.
Well, that was liquid, so and you didn't do too much of that.
Yeah, I haven't been sucking on it like really hard.
You can change it over to a different cup if you want.
I like the straw though.
It's
so much easier.
She is doing really good. She's not really had to take too much of the pain meds. She's tried to stick with doing the ibuprofen like he asked for her. The dentist would rather she did take the ibuprofen over the other pain medicine. Because it is a narcotic type of pain med. So she does that during the day, and at night she will take it because she is a side sleeper like me, and so it does hurt when she lays on her cheek, sides. So for bed, so she can actually get some sleep, she does take that at night. So she's, but of course, my dentist, they told my mom, just to keep me with that pain med. So I got to sleep like a full week straight. Because they're like, don't let it wear off or she's going to be in so much pain. So before it had even time to wear off, I was taking another one on just back to back. So I felt like I pretty much slept the whole week through when I had mine taken out. So, and besides, when I was drinking a milkshake, my mom was like, "What do you want? Milkshake? Anything else?" Nope. She's like, "Well, you gotta take your medicine. Here's some water. At least take that." Okay. But all I could do was wake up long enough to take the medicine, and I was back asleep again. And then I barely stayed up long enough to even drink the milkshake. She's like, "Well, you gotta have something in your stomach." But big difference between then and now. Even I was telling the nurse up there, the room is totally different too. Cause she actually had a dentist chair. Me, I had looked from memory of what it was a hospital bed, and then they did surgery and whatever. But I wasn't in no no dentist chair like they had. But poor thing, I was like, what in the world did they do to you? Because her hair was just fine. It was combed and everything looked nice. She come out there. They had her jacket on her and everything. She was all still kind of groggy and everything. But her hair was all in her face. I'm like, oh my goodness, it looked like you've been wrestling with these people. Because her hair was such a mess. I was like, what in the world? They must have wrestled with her trying to get her jacket on or something, but I don't know. Her hair was just all over the place. But she didn't care. She was still kind of, she said she didn't even know I was there or even in the car. She didn't even know she was in the car until when we got to Walmart, which was about a 30 to 40-minute drive to get there. And when I told her that I was going into Walmart to get her prescriptions, she kind of looked around and realized where she was at then. But that because she was so out of it, I went in. I let her stay in the car, and I went in and got her medicines and stuff as quickly as I could, and got her some mashed potatoes and mac and cheese from Walmart's deli, which I was going to get me some chicken, but their fryer thing was down. So, oh well. Well, anyway, I will let y'all go. Thank y'all for coming in and saying hi. I'm going to hop off of here, and I might work on my gnome a little bit, at least get the big one done, and then work on the other blanket, which is it's a beach blanket. It's the turtles on the beach blanket is what I'm working on in my other blanket, but it's about as big as this one already. So and it's got yarn attached to it right now, so that's why I didn't drag it over here. So I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.